Hello everybody and welcome to a vital turning point of the season. The episode 21 of the Chesterfield of Dreams could be a rather downbeat episode as we have to travel to Birmingham City and St Andrew's Stadium for a massive game with the fate of promotion in the hands of this fixture, as we've played 43 games and our point situation has dramatically turned for the worse, as we're stuck on 69 points, 3 behind Millwall and another point behind Birmingham City. So that's the only way we've any chance of getting into the top 6. Bradford and the MK Dons are safe. They have playoffs minimum, but we've completely lost the rag in the last portion of the season, and we really have a mammoth task to rescue it back. So what on earth has happened? Well, literally very, very bad things have happened, to be honest, and even though it was a positive win here against Shrewsbury, we lost a game we dominated completely against Bristol City in typical fashion. They had one very good phase and they made it count with a fantastic Luke Freeman header, and that just frustrated us terribly since we should have won that game. And then probably another terrible result. We've had Capital One Cup disasters, but this one was completely unexpected, as relegation fighting Tranmere beat us by 5-0. Like, I'll hold my hand up for this one. I told the guys to overload very quickly as we were 1-0 down when we completely didn't deserve it, and then from there they completely ignored my commands. We were all over the shop and they managed to slide in another 4 goals, and I was absolutely ballistic about that one. And it's not been much better since, as Peterborough, we only drew 1-1 with them, conceding a late goal. Millwall, we were beaten as Carl Lafferty scored an important goal. They probably deserved it in fairness, but it was a bad performance. We gave ourselves hope by thrashing Notts County, but then the league leaders, again a similar thing, a home game against big opposition, we failed, and that really put us under pressure. And then we drew 0-0 to Sheffield United, who've had a tycoon take over affairs, but they have 3 games to save themselves, and we have 3 games to avoid being pretty much left in the obscurity of 7th place, or even worse than that. So it's an absolutely huge occasion, and it's one we're not going to ignore in terms of live com front. And injuries have built up dramatically, as Jack Price has been injured again. How long is that? 2 to 4 days, not too bad. Noy Baba injured, 3 to 7 days. Jay O'Shea, he's out for 3 to 4 weeks. Sean Hutchinson, 2 to 3 weeks. And Maurice DeVille for 2 to 6 days. So really, really unfortunate time to meet them, as it's a midweek game, Monday night, and we'd only just played on a Friday night, so disaster completely. So have I let the team down? Have I bottled it? That is the question. So we're playing another 4-2-3-1 with a rotated side, but we still have some of our top players to count on, such as Kingsley is probably the better left back. We've got Huula up front, Ariebly on the right, Banks in the centre. So we have a good team. It's not a weak team, but you can see in this league table, you can see it again, 14 losses, far too many. Birmingham have been in outstanding form. Let's just confirm that actually, the last 5 games they've been the informed team, whereas we've lost quite a lot of points and let ourselves down in general. So can we get back in the top 6 and make sure we're not left in League One yet again? But maybe it's not such a bad thing, and we can still make a better effort at this league next season. But I really don't know. It's going to be very difficult to break Birmingham down. We should have destroyed them the last time we played them, and that didn't happen. They've bought Nathan Delfonso from Bristol City for a very cheap fee, actually. He didn't want to stay, and Callum Riley's playing today. That's going to be a big threat. So Birmingham are one of the best teams in the league. We should have beaten them at home when we last played them, but that did not happen. So we'll have to get revenge at St Andrews and keep our promotion bid alive, which hopefully will culminate in the next episode. But it's going to be a really difficult task. But let's see what the highlights bring as we kick off with Birmingham City getting the honour of kicking off first, and Cameron Jerome winning over the top, but he's ruled offside. And definitely massive pressure as an early goal for Cambridge puts Millwall behind. So if we get a win here, we'll be back in 6th position through the virtue of goal difference. And a deflection off the head of one of our players, and Kilgallen actually clears. Sam Morsey recollects after being hit in the face there. Raglan to Sean McDonald. Banks, he's got options, and Klukas was the man he picked, and on his weaker right foot put it over the bar. Very poor. And here's a goal kick. Tomlin to Taylor, closed down, and Cropper failed to keep it in play, so the Birmingham players get a corner. Banks to Jordi Hawula, and a through ball to Ariebly, given away though with a bad first touch. Hard luck. And the Blues again getting a goal kick. Good tackle by Dervet. Here's Ariebly. Banks, Hawula, he's got men offside, so he can't pass, and it's given away for a counter attack. Kingsley though intercepts. Cropper over to Ariebly, and he gives it away as well. Very poor, even though our tactics clearly state we should pass it short. And here come Birmingham again. Jonathan Spector deflection for a corner there. Birmingham trying again, and Jerome misses from a tight angle. And just pressure non-stop here. Riley to Jerome, and Ward. Good ball off the post, and it's in. John Taylor scores. It's probably justified. Yeah, it is justified. But we're going to have to get them back here. This is what happens. I get angry and change tactics, sorry. And it doesn't seem to have a positive effect if you don't do it in light bursts. And that just seems to have killed the atmosphere. We're not doing anything at all. So I don't know what to do here. I'm not too sure. We're stuck. And one thing's for sure, we are stuck. Who wants to save our season? We'll be 3 points behind Millwall with 2 games to go, whereas if we win we'll be tied and ahead on goal difference. And Gabili Ariebly, he didn't look up. He should have found a teammate there, and he let us down. And it's not looking positive as Millwall equalise on half time. This is very bad news. We've really not done ourselves justice this season, unlike in season 1 when we won the league despite being tipped to go straight back down. So we remain in 7th position, that's not in doubt, but Swindon Town could still catch us. And here's Taylor from behind, not getting the interception. Callum Riley and Cameron Jerome, he's offside, and that is a wake-up call if I've ever seen one. And Bratton misses a free kick, and Swindon have conceded to Tranmere. That's big for the relegation. And Tomlin, good tackle. Kalukas intercepts, through ball, Ollie Banks, he's 2v1, and he's hit Jordi Hawula in the thigh, and it won't count for offside. That was a gigantic opportunity missed. Really, really big. Raglan, Banks gives it away. Callum Riley, Luke O'Neill, that's how you do it. Here's Gabili Ariebly, he must pass this time, and he doesn't. He gets a corner, and Chesterfield are finally showing something here. Will the highlight end prematurely? No. Ariebly, he gives it away though. Right, we need an intervention, and I'm going to nominate right, I'm going to nominate Lee Griffiths to be the shadow striker instead of Ollie Banks, but he gets to stay on as Sean McDonald looks tired. And we resume the highlights here with the good tackle. Birmingham, Callum Riley and Jerome. Oh, we found another great pass, and Klukas gives it away to Spector. John Taylor. McDonald in his last action is now substituted. Can Chesterfield get a result here? Bratton on a yellow card. Jerome again. Tomlin, good tackle. Banks gives it away. Raglan. Oh God. So we're going to still be a point behind. We're going to try overload, but not do anything more than that and make another change. I think Owen Doyle will get a chance now. Maybe he can poach a goal. And that leaves one last change. Jimmy Ryan for Banks. Yeah, that's about right, I think. But yeah, if we get an injury or sending off, we are curtain called. We are done, and we can forget about getting promotion in our current run of form. We had a chat about it in the team meeting, and it certainly had an effect, but not good enough in Millwall. Courtesy of Wayne Routledge has made it 2-1, and Raglan with a good tackle. Here's Lee Griffiths giving it away, so that will absolutely end any hopes of promotions. We can end the series here. Owen Doyle! We can end the season here, not the series, excuse me. Owen Doyle though, big miss. We're going to have to demand more, please. Demand more. We have to save our league campaign here, and now there's no second chance. We've lost too many big games. Cambridge have been beaten, that's guaranteed. That is absolutely sacrosanct now. We're going to take more risks, pump the ball into the box and see what happens. Defensive play for Birmingham now. Aribley, good save by Luke O'Neill. Klukas though loses his balance and concedes a goal kick. That's a great goal kick actually, and Taylor to win it. No, he's missed it himself. And 3 minutes of stoppage time. Bratton to Aribley. Good ball, and it's a goal, but again offside, thwarting our progress. And Raglan now to Bratton, to Griffiths. He's found Aribley. Aribley, again, it's selfish play from the American. It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't, and this time it hasn't as the corner kick fails. We try again. Great ball by O'Neill. Griffiths, oh, again, not looking out for the man in red. We're just giving it straight back to Birmingham. Last chance here. Dervit. Tomlin offside. This is it now. Cody Cropper sends it long, but not long enough. And Taylor now to Tomlin. Callum Riley, good interception. Get it forward. Griffiths. He's outside Klukas. Could this be a dramatic, if non-conclusive equaliser? No. It's a corner. No one sent forward, but our defence is there. Morsey! It's blocked. And that's the end of season 3 in terms of interesting events in the league. We've bottled it, plain and simple. I've no words apart from apology for letting the side down. We should never be in this situation. We've lost like 6 games out of 8 or something stupid, and we can kiss promotion goodbye until the next season. That is absolutely heartbreaking. Like, we still have to protect 7th place, but Birmingham have ended our interests for another year. But can we really complain? We're still trying to build a club from reasonable grounds. We're trying to become something great, but we're not there yet, and that just about ends our hopes. There's no way in hell Millwall will lose the next 2 games and we win the next 2. I cannot see it happening, and we'll just have to give you Twitter updates after this episode, but that is mostly like 1 out of 10. I'm heartbroken, but at the end of the day, the objective was not promotion. It was a mid-table finish, and we're going to get that. But next season we have to improve, and we have to keep players like Lee Griffiths happy, because if he's not going to sign a new contract, we are going to lose him for pennies as well as Celtic. So we're just under a bit of pressure, but in terms of the season, it's all over, and Notts County out of the relegation zone. Blackpool and Sheffield United tied there on 44 points. We could relegate Blackpool with the win at home, but we haven't done well at home whatsoever. Looking at our fixtures, home loss, home loss, home loss, home win, home win. So it's just a dramatic turn of fortune from February into March. It's just been a cavalcade of disappointment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defeats. Really unacceptable, and we'll just have to go back to the drawing board and win the league next season. So sorry guys, I wish I could have done a better job, but we'll resume next season. We'll work very hard on our overall game, and we'll definitely improve in future. But for now, see you guys. Better luck next time, I suppose.